So have you ever wondered why people like Costco so much? Well, I'm going to give you 7 reasons why I think Costco is awesome. And if you're not a member and you have a Costco location relatively close by, I suggest you give it a shot. I've shopped at other warehouse clubs before, BJ's and Sam's, and I just don't think they can match what Costco has to offer. So the first reason I like Costco is really it's clean. I know this may sound kind of silly, but the truth is, when I go to Walmart or Sam's or some other department stores, I just think sometimes they're kind of dirty. They're usually somewhat dark because they don't want to spend the money to light the stores, and just sort of it's not a very pleasant experience. And this is not to say that at Costco you won't find items out of place at times, or that you may not find some dust on the floor. But overall, Costco's are very, very clean. They're very organized, um, and they're also usually very bright. And I think it just makes the shopping experience much better. The second reason is quite frankly the prices. Now, this is not to say that the prices are that much better than any other wholesale club. But one thing to consider with Costco, I heard this from a employee a few years ago, is that Costco never marks up any item more than 10% of what they paid for it. And in the retail world, that's pretty significant. You've probably heard the term loss leaders with a lot of grocery chains and retail chains. So typically they'll have a handful of items that are dirt cheap. They probably actually lose money on it. But then the idea is they bring you in the store and that you buy that item along with 10 other items that are not marked down where they're making a killing. At Costco, you don't get that. Everything is a good price. Doesn't mean you won't find a better price on occasion on the internet or whatever, but usually the price is extremely competitive. And let me tell you, if you haven't shopped Costco and you like to wear jewelry, I highly suggest you go look at the jewelry at Costco. It may seem counterintuitive, and no one wants to say I bought my wedding ring at Costco, but their prices are unbelievable, especially considering that most jewelry stores mark up their inventory by 100% or more. And the next reason is employees are treated well. If you go to a Costco and compare it to employees at a Walmart or a Sam's or some other places, the employees at Costco just seem happier. And a good way to tell on how much they like their job is that if you shop at Costco long enough, you will notice that you see the same faces day in and day out over the years. Costco has a very low turnover rate, one of the lowest turnover rates in the industry. And there are a number of reasons. First of which, they pay their employees very well. Typically, Costco will never start out an employee at less than $10 an hour. They also, even though there is a cap, I think between 18 and $20 per hour for non-managers, they also have cost sharing programs, profit sharing programs, bonuses, and a number of other perks for employees. Next reason is if you do become a member, I know that that extra $50 or so to bump up to the executive membership seems like a lot, but there really are a lot of benefits to that. The first reason is the 2% cash back. And so 2% of everything you spend at Costco, whether it's on their website or it's at their gas pump or whatever the case is, you get 2% of that back. And while 2% may not seem like a lot, if you have a family of four or more and you shop at Costco on a regular basis, that 2% will add up quite quickly. And I think a lot of times, and I've experienced this myself, but that 2% more than covers the membership fee itself. The next reason is the Costco American Express card. If you go to some of these websites where they compare the benefits of various rewards credit cards, whether cashback or travel rewards, this credit card will almost always be towards the top of the list, if not the number one card they recommend. And that's because there are no strings attached. Now, there are no airline miles, so if that's your thing, this is not the card for you. But if you like something that you know you're going to get cash back, you actually get a check in the mail along with your statement once a year, this is the card for you. You get 3% cash back on gasoline, any gas station, 2% back at any restaurant, 2% back on travel, so airline tickets, rental cars, hotels, and then 1% on everything else. There's no cap. It's not like after $1,500 of purchases that the percentage is reduced. None of that you see on other credit cards. Again, no strings attached. What you see is what you get. And again, this may fall in the realm of absolutely silly, but Costco has, I think, the cheapest lunch in town. For $1.50, you can get a really good-sized hot dog and a free refillable soda. Um, and that's at any Costco location. That price has not changed for years. And I doubt it will change anytime soon because I think Costco knows that at this point, this has become rather legendary. And I think probably the biggest reason I love Costco, and I like it for all of the reasons I mentioned before, but I don't know if there is another retail chain or any business that can match Costco's return policy. They have a no questions asked, really no time limit return policy on almost all of their items, with the exceptions of electronics, which have a 90-day return policy. And this doesn't mean that you should buy a vacuum cleaner, use it for 3 years, and then return it just because you want to try the newest, latest model. But if your vacuum cleaner or whatever you buy, it breaks down after a year, and you go to the manufacturer and they're giving you the runaround, they don't want to honor their warranty, you bring it back to Costco, you return it, you get your money back, and you buy whatever you want. And there's no questions asked. And another great thing about this, you don't even need the receipt because every purchase you make at Costco is under your membership account. They can look it up in their system. They give you the money back. You don't have to take credit. They give you the cash back. So those are 7 reasons I think Costco is awesome. If you haven't tried Costco before, I highly recommend it. I think it's a lot better than Sam's and BJ's and these other wholesale clubs. But I will let you decide for yourself.